Welcome to the Wolf Mountain Observatory. Tonight, you will visit a distant galaxy and explore one of its solar systems. Your ship is ready for takeoff, so sit back, relax, and enjoy your journey into the Quizm System. The closest galaxy to our own Milky Way is Andromeda. Just beyond Andromeda is a galaxy known as Sporok. It is believed to consist of millions of solar systems. Currently, there is only one system in the Sporok galaxy that we can see and somewhat study. That system is the Quizm System. It is a dual sun system consisting of 5 planetary bodies. The Quizm System is also regularly visited by 2 large comets, which alter the system's structure and integrity every time they pass through. The 5 bodies which make up the Quizm System are Blue Max, Little Ruby, Quizm, Le Jaune Sur, and Hubis. Blue Max is on the outermost orbit of the 2 suns. Easily identified as the largest body in the system, it is a monstrous planet, more than 200 times the size of Jupiter. It is believed to be comprised of nitrogen, titanium, cobalt, lead, and other heavy metals. Scientists have ruled out the possibility of a weighted hydrogen-oxygen atmosphere. It is also believed that the planet is entirely covered with a layer of ice, which may be from 1,000 to 1,500 miles thick. Surface temperatures are suspected to be around minus 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Little Ruby is the remnant of a larger body. It is believed that she was once devastatingly struck by an external body, such as an asteroid or comet. With a tight orbit around one of Quizm's suns, Ruby's full solar rotation is completed in just 260 days. She is most likely comprised of uranium, magnesium, iron, and copper, with an atmosphere of carbon monoxide. The Jaune Sur, or the Yellow Sisters, were also one body millions of years ago. Scientists know that they were created by the impact of a direct hit from an external body. Split in 2 at the core, the individual bodies are now locked in a rotating gravitational constant around each other as they together maintain a furious 90-day solar orbit around one of Quizm's suns. Since the destruction of the single body, and due to the speed at which the sisters orbit each other, their surfaces are expected to be actively volcanic, with temperatures exceeding 400 degrees Fahrenheit. They are comprised of sulfur, phosphorus, and molten uranium, and have an atmosphere of dense carbon monoxide and other lethal gases. Quizm rests in the middle of the system. It orbits the system's 2 suns alternatively in a figure-8 pattern, completing each solar rotation in 300 days. Her pink color comes from an abundance of mercury and lead, combined with an active volcanic surface. While she is a lovely sight from afar, her atmosphere consists of carbon monoxide and dense methane gas. Like Blue Max and Hubis, Quizm is one of the oldest bodies in the system, and the 3 were created when the once massive sun split into 2 individuals. Of the 5 bodies, Hubis is the least known. Scientists have detected large quantities of EMP generating from the planet's outer atmosphere, and, more recently, they have received what they believe to be intermittent radio transmissions from the body's inner atmosphere. Hubis is the second most distant body from the 2 suns. It is believed to be comprised of nitrogen, iron, and other elements found on Earth. The cool blue patches on the planet's surface are known to be immense regions of liquid H2O, water. With a solar rotation of 644 days and what is suspected to be a richly oxygenated atmosphere, scientists believe that Hubis may be the closest analog to Earth ever discovered. The Sporok galaxy is annually visited by two comets, Zeke and Swift-Tuttle. Zeke is the comet believed to be responsible for creating the Yellow Sisters. He is most certainly a body comprised of heavy metals like lead and titanium, and his origin is unknown. Millions of years ago, he entered the Quizm System and struck the equatorial region of the once single-bodied Jaune-Sur. The impact was so forceful, the shock wave shot through the planet, causing core eruptions that eventually split the body in two. After this impact, Zeke's path was diverted slightly, but his speed is ever increasing due to the immense gravitational pull from one of the two suns in the Quizm System. The second comet, Swift-Tuttle, is the body believed to have once careened off the side of Little Ruby. He is a remnant from the separation of the two suns, which happened millions of years ago. At some point in the not-so-distant cosmic past, Swift-Tuttle's orbit brought him near to Little Ruby. Chasing her as she passed around one of the suns, Tuttle bounced off her at almost a 40-degree angle. His path was altered after this impact, and he assumed a different orbit. He now passes through the system in a longer, more distant orbit, and it is this variation to his original path that will cause him in 50 to 100,000 years to eventually and certainly contact Earth. Ruby's tail, a giant asteroid belt, is comprised of the bodies which were ripped away from her when she was struck by Swift-Tuttle. After the impact, Ruby's size was reduced by more than half. The bodies which separated from her are now caught in the gravitational pull of one of Quizm's suns. The tail is easily identified as a field of distant red bodies, just between Ruby and one of the suns. Scientists believe it to be millions of miles long, and by observing the position of the tail in relation to Ruby herself, one can see the angle at which Swift-Tuttle collided with her. While some history of the Quizm System is known or obvious, there is much that still puzzles scientists. Objects which are remnants of the system's creation wander in various orbits between and around the two suns. Many of the system's past events are clouded in mystery or defy explanation. Scientists continue to survey, study, and record the events taking place in the Quizm System, and it is hoped that we may someday have the capability to launch a probe into this sector. Until then, much information about the Quizm System will remain speculation or simply unknown. At this time, we invite you to get up and move about the observatory so that you may better explore the Quizm System for yourself. We hope that you have enjoyed this experience and that you have a safe journey home. Thank you and good night.